Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, these episodes are for Wednesday and Thursday, November the 9th as well as the 10th. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd have to give these, you know what? Young and the Restless has been really giving in these episodes lately. So I would probably have to give these 8s. Let's get right into this. So we see Abby and Devon are on the couch. Chance and Amanda walk in on them, and I said, "No, no, 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 Young and the Restless. I need to understand what happened. Y'all know how Young and the Restless loves to blow up something, and then you come back from like the break, and they've moved on to another scene. So we come back from the break from seeing Amanda and Devon being caught by Devon and Abby being caught by Amanda and Chance, to now we see Chance is hitting the button trying to leave. And I said, wait, no, I needed explosions. I needed to know what happened, what was said. But Young and the Restless, I love this soap, but sometimes they drop the ball. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Sometimes they drop the ball on something that you really want to see, and then they want to come back and backtrack and tell you, no, I want to see it in the moment. Don't backtrack and tell me. So, anyways, Abby and Chance, they leave. Well, actually, Chance leaves, and then Abby runs and she chases him down at the house, and she just tells him she's sorry. And he was like, you know what? And she says, "No, it was spontaneous. We didn't mean for this to happen. You didn't come home. I just went to speak to Devon. I wanted some comfort. We've done this 100 times and nothing's ever happened. We tried to date like 8 years ago. It's been nothing between us." Chance says, "No, I don't see it that way." He says, "I've seen you guys grow closer over the last few months." And I said, well, Chance, I thought Chance was upset because of Dominic and he saw the closeness in them and he was jealous about Devon's relationship with Dominic. But I guess they're now saying that no, it was because of the relationship with Abby, and because Devon was just able to step in and it was so natural, and Chance was struggling. And so anyways, Abby says, you didn't come home. And he says, I left you a message. And the message said, I want to work things out. And she said, I didn't hear it. I said, girl, you got to start checking your messages. But at the end of the day, it was spontaneous. Like, listen, Abby and Devon are wrong, but they didn't do this on purpose. And oh gosh, I don't know. I feel like they didn't do it on purpose. It was spontaneous. She didn't mean to hurt Chance, but their relationship has been going off the rails for a while. And she lets him know just being with Devon. Devon puts Dominic and Abby first. He puts them before work. Like if she knows if she needs him or needs to call him or ask him for anything, he's there. He will rearrange his schedule for her. And she doesn't feel like Chance doesn't have that liberty. Honestly, it's just two different schedules. Devon owns his business. Chance is a detective. He's undercover sometimes, and he can't put his schedule on hold. And Abby was just fed up with that. And so she was venting to Devon, but she didn't mean for this to happen. But Chance is just saying, yeah, y'all have been going down this path for a while. And she tells him that's not true, because she really feels like, no, we were just really good friends. But so they talk about working on their marriage, and he says, I still want all those things, like a devoted family, love, and but he doesn't know if he wants it with her now, because he feels like they're not on the same page. And honestly, Abby, y'all are not, y'all, because you're afraid for him in his job, and you can't 100% get behind his job. So are not on the same page when it comes to that. And I think it's good for y'all to take a break. I'm just gonna be honest with you, girl. It's good for y'all to take this break. So then we move on to Devon and Amanda. And Amanda said, yeah, I'm going after you, a blonde. I said, no, don't do that, Amanda. Don't do that. And she said, he was like, you came home early. She was like, oh, is that a problem? He was like, no, I just meant, what happened with Naya. And she said, she's still alive, if that's what you're wondering. She was like, I came home because I felt, we were growing apart. And I said, well, Amanda, you could have been texting the man. But honestly, this came out of the blue because Devon has been completely supportive of Amanda. And I know she's leaving, but I'm not 100% behind the storyline about this is the way. Okay, let's get her out because she's been betrayed. So now she has to go. I feel like she and Vaughn could have, I don't know. But, anyways, so she tells him, yeah, she's still alive if that's what you're asking. But what you and Abby, and he tells her the same thing Abby says. This was spontaneous. We didn't mean for this to happen. We were just giving comfort to each other. And she said, and you found your clothes off? And he was like, it wasn't like that. And she was like, you know what? You cheated on me before. And I forgave you, but now I see the type of man you are. And he says, no. And she was like, yes, I see the type of man you are. And I should have never forgiven you. I should have let it go then. And I'm going to let it go this time because I don't want to be with someone who's a cheater, who'll get upset about something going on that we're growing apart. She said, I came back because I felt like you deserved me to look you in your face and try to work on this thing. And you deserve explanations about everything that's going on. And I felt like you deserved that. But, she's looking at this now like, you didn't deserve any of this and you don't deserve me. And he's like, Amanda. And she says, no, because you and Abby have this connection that nobody can get in between. So, I mean, it is what it is. She doesn't want to be with Devon. He's a cheater. And Devon might say, no, I'm not a cheater, but you cheat. You might say, no, I'm not a cheater, but you cheat. So I don't know what to tell you, sir. Let's move right along. So then we see Adam and Jack, and they go to society and run into Nick. And so there's some hostility between Adam and Nick. Adam makes a little remark about Jack and Jabot, liking the pit, like developing and standing behind their workers. And Nick is like, all right, I'm out of here. And so that's pretty much what that was. And so then Jack is like, it feels like it was a little hostile, but he does tell Adam, you're doing a great job at Jabot. I love having you. You made great strides. And so then Adam tells Jack, well, what you saw between Nick and I, that was just us getting, having a little tiff because they let go of Sally. And he says, and then Sally and Nick are together. And Jack was like, wow. And he said, what, you're not going to say, oh, you and Nick always choose the same women? He says, listen, I can't judge y'all on that because I do the same thing. Like, I've been in that situation. And he was like, okay. And so then they talking, and Adam just says, I'm disappointed that Nick and Sally are together. And as he's talking, Jack says, "You really did love her." And he was like, "Yeah, I loved Sally." And he said, "Well, then you got to go after her." And he said, "No, I hurt her too much, and I don't see her coming back from that." But Jack gives Adam the same advice everyone has been that cares for him, which is go after Sally. So then he starts talking about Chelsea and how, he's concerned about her and that Billy knows what's going on, but of course he's not telling. And then Jack says, I'm sure Billy is not doing anything wrong for Chelsea. He's just trying to look after her. And Adam's just like, who knows? But he's trying to figure out what's going on with her because, they haven't talked to her since Halloween, and she has a child. And I said, that is too long for y'all to know what's going on with Chelsea and not inform Adam. So then we see Victoria and Nate. And oh my gosh, she darn near slobbed him down with all the praise and compliments and everything about, oh, I'm so happy you're joining our team. Oh, you're such a great addition. And he said it's nice to have my ideas met and to be it'll be nice to have my ideas, appreciated and to be wanted. And I said, everything that you complained about with Devon is exactly what Victoria did to Sally. But okay, let's move on. So they go into the office, right? and Sally is there. She's still packing up her things, and Victoria is so nasty. I don't understand how people like her. She is so nasty, and she's just like, I thought you were already be gone. And Sally was like, oh, you must be my replacement to Nate. And Nate and Sally talk, and she says, it's just business. And she says, I understand. She says, I want you to do well. And then she tells him, hey, there's a hard, I guess it's a hard copy of, projects that they're working on, some that didn't go so well, but she wishes him the best. And he says, thank you. I hope I wish you the best in your future endeavors. And then Victoria's like, do I need to call security to help you move faster? Because we're going to go to HR and then we expect you to be gone by the time we come back. It's just nasty. Get your butt out. So then Sally is, just reminiscing, and she picks up these two cards, right? One is from Nick, who says, things are looking up, Nick. And then one is from Adam that says, you could do this. And I'm so happy for you. Love, Adam. I said, those are two separate cards. But one, she was in love with Adam, and she's just getting to really know Nick. Even though y'all slept together, but she's still getting to know him. And so she has a choice. Which one brother does she want? Excuse me, my sinus, excuse me. Excuse me. And so then she sees Nick later on, and he tells her about running into Adam, and she's just like, ugh. But he also tells her he doesn't want to be in drama, and she says she doesn't either. So she wants to be with Nick. She wants to be carefree. Adam brings her drama. He's always going to be scheming. He's going to get his feelings hurt about something and want revenge. She doesn't want that in her life. She wants someone positive, and so she wants to be with Nick. And she said her next career move, she wants to do it on her own. She's been saying that. So she wants to do it on her own and, be able to own it. And no one can tell her, well, you got that because you were sleeping with this person, or you got that because this person liked you. She wants to build it and do it. So then we see Nate and Victoria talking again, and just about how happy she is and how happy he is to be on the team. And Elena comes in. I said, baby, please come in, because Victoria about to take this man. I don't care. And so Elena and Nate talk, and Victoria tells her, oh, yes, you could be here. Because he did tell Victoria he had some personal things going on, but he didn't want to discuss that. He just wanted to keep it professional, and she's okay with that. But you could tell they're setting this up for these two to be together. But Elena comes in, and she is just like, okay, this is what's going, I wanted to congratulate you on your job. I'm trying to support you, and I'm trying to look at things from your perspective. And he says, that's all I asked for. And can we please move forward? And Elena just kisses him, and yes, they're moving forward. And that was Wednesday's episode of The Young and the Restless, guys. It wasn't much, but I mean, it was still solid episodes. So then we go into Thursday's episode. And we see that Amanda and Phyllis are talking. And Phyllis is like, what's going on? And, I didn't know you were back. And she said, yes. And she said, what happened? Well, you seem upset. And she said, well, I caught Abby and Devon in bed together. And Phyllis said, say what now? And she said, yes. And Phyllis said, no, like, wait, you caught, like, would they actually? She said, yes, they were on the couch, rubbing and I'm paraphrasing, rubbing and touching and doing what they do. And Phyllis said, no, 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 no. No, 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 I don't believe that. Not Devon. He's one of the good guys. And she said, I'm telling you what I saw. And she said, well, Abby, I thought she was happy with Chance. And she said, I don't know. They said it was a one-time thing. And Phyllis said, oh my gosh, that makes her so mad. And she said, okay, listen, Amanda, I'm going to say this. But she said, do you think it was just spontaneous, and it was a horrible mistake, and things got out of control? And Amanda's like, Phyllis, and she said, I know, but Phyllis is right. It was just a one-time thing. But listen, Amanda said, I've been through this one-time thing before with Devon. And I said, well, girl, I don't blame you then. I do not blame you for not wanting to go through it again. So they continue to talk, and Phyllis is just shocked. She can't believe Devon has done this to Amanda. And she says, so what are you going to do? And Amanda says, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go and support my mom. And she said, and Phyllis is like, wait, no. And she was like, you're just gonna leave. You're not gonna work it out with Devon. She said, no, I don't want to work it out. And then she tells her that She doesn't want to be in the city anymore. She was there because she saw a future with Devon, and they clearly don't have a future because he can't keep it in his pants. So she's going to move on. And she wants to be closer with her mom. And she said, but what about Lily and Chancellor Winters? And she says, I know this isn't the best time to leave, but I'll continue to work remotely. And then someone like Amani or someone can move up in the company and take over. She said, but I don't want to stay here and have to look at Devon the whole work day and have to work closely with him. I don't want to do that. Listen, I understand Amanda. And she's a brilliant lawyer, so she could find a job somewhere else. And Phyllis says, you're leaving me. And Phyllis, she's been a little selfish, and I get it though. She wants her friend there. She was like, you're my only friend. She was like, my friends are my enemies. And Amanda starts crying. And I really think they like each other. And so they comfort, she comforts Phyllis, and feels like I'm just sad. I want you here, and I'm sad you're gonna be leaving. I didn't want that to happen. And then they continue to talk, and Amanda says, she goes to the bathroom and she looks at herself in the mirror and she says, I can't believe like he did this to me. I thought he was the man for me. He loved me, and he just pushed me aside. Like, was it were a romp with Abby worth losing me? Like, she can't comprehend it. And so then we see Abby goes and to Devon's to pick up Dominic, and she's all looking on the ground. Girl, don't do that, because you wasn't looking on the ground when y'all had got done, and you were talking about, I just want to stay in this moment for a while. I don't know what it is, but I just want to stay. You weren't looking at the ground and ashamed then. So he says Dominic isn't ready, but I think you should come in so we could talk. And they talk, and he says, how did it go with Chance? And she said, not good. He feels like we've been going on this path. And he said, no, I don't feel that way at all. He said, because you're the same woman that would not believe he was dead and went, to Spain to make sure to find him. You're the same woman that, you, when everyone else had gave up, you did not give up, and you love him. So I don't see that at all. I don't see that this has been a path, and you giving up and you wanted something different. And she says, I mean, but that's how he feels. And so she doesn't know. She doesn't know what they're gonna do from here, but she wants to work on their relationship. And she says, Devon, how did it go with Amanda? And he said, about the same. About the same. She's left. And he said, but now they're both really honest about, what do you feel like? He says he's not, a part of him is not sorry that it happened. And she says, you can't say that to me. But at the end of the day, they're both saying, why did this happen between us? Because we've been friends for so long, and now all of a sudden this happens. And a part of them, they don't regret it. They enjoyed it, and they enjoy their relationship, and she knows he'll put her and Dominic first. And I say, I mean, I don't know what to say about this, honestly. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't dislike Abby and Devon if they're making them a couple. I don't dislike it. I just didn't see it coming. I like them better as, okay, you're with this person, and let's just be friends. Let's co-parent this thing. But I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think, because it's just, I didn't see these two. So then we move on to Jack and Diane. And Diane is just like, Jack, I need to, because he told her you could ride to work with me, because she's still at the Abbott household. And she says that everything is good with Harrison. And he says, you could ride to work with me. I'm about to go to the office now. And she says, Jack, I need to talk to you. And she's just pouring out that I didn't mean to hurt Kyle and you, and I hated that I lied. And he says, Diane, I just keep waiting for the other shoe to drop. I feel like there's more to it. And she said, I would never do anything to hurt Kyle and Harrison. And he said, I'm just waiting for you to hurt the people that love you. And she said, all of the people. She said, all of the people. He's like, Kyle and Harrison, Jack, go on and include yourself in this. You love you some Diane too. But she reassures him that nothing else is going to happen. Nothing else is going to come out. Nothing else is there for them to find about them. I said, all right, I don't believe it, but okay. And so then we see Ashley and Tucker, and he gives Ashley an article about Jeremy. And it says Jeremy's about to be released from prison. I said, uh-oh. And so, but he's giving her the article so she can learn about, Diane's situation with Jeremy. And I feel like even Tucker doesn't know about that whole situation, because I just don't believe Diane didn't know she was carrying money. I'm sorry, I just do not believe it. But anyways, he tells her Diane, Jeremy was blackmailing her, and she said, and Ashley said, so he was blackmailing her, it sounds like. And he was like, yeah, excuse me, my sinus. And then she said, and so then you came along and you blackmailed her too. And he said, we didn't blackmail each other. We were mutually beneficial to each other. She wanted to weigh in, and I wanted to weigh in with you. She wanted to weigh in with Kyle, and I wanted to weigh in with you. So we helped each other. And she was like, I feel like there's more to this. But he told her, I'm gonna give you all the information you need. And so then Diane and Jack come up. And he tells Ashley, Tucker tells Ashley, can I see you for dinner and talk about Los Angeles more? And Ashley says, okay, sounds great. I think I'll enjoy that. So he kisses her on the cheek and he leaves, right? And so that leaves Ashley, Jack, and Diane. And Diane's like, Ashley, I didn't know you wanted to go to LA, maybe to move permanently. And I said, Diane, see, this is why I don't think she's changed, because she's always got to throw that shot in. But Jack, for some reason, ignores all that. But let's move on. So she tells her, you want to move there permanently, and Ashley's like, oh, Diane, no. But Tucker's giving me some information to think on. And so then Jack says, can I talk to you in private, Ashley? And she says, sure, Jackie. And you can have two moments, because he said, could he have a moment? And so Diane is in the hallway looking nervous. So then they go in, and Jack says, what are you doing with Tucker? And she said, I told you what I've been doing. And he says, but I feel like there's more to do with Diane. And Ashley says, they're intertwined, Jack. Whatever went on with Tucker is what went on with Diane. And she said, and there's a lot more to this story that even I know about, because Ashley doesn't feel like that's the end of the story when it comes to Diane, even the part that, about Jeremy. And he says, Ashley, just leave it alone. And she says, no, let me tell you this piece of information that Tucker just told me. And he says, girl, I don't want to know. This is going to hurt Kyle and Harrison. Leave the poor woman alone. And Ashley is just shocked at Jack's reaction. And she said, what? And she was like, Jack, like she's trying to get him to listen. And he's just going off. Leave her alone. It'll hurt Kyle and Harrison. I don't want that to happen. Leave the poor woman alone. And I said, poor woman? Diane. Okay, Jack. Actually, leave Jack alone. Find out what you need to find out, and let Jack, because Jack knows there's more to the story, and he told Ashley he knows there's more to the story, and he knows about Jeremy and Tucker, but he still knows that there's more that Diane is hiding. But Jack doesn't want to know, and when somebody doesn't want to know, keep it moving. So then Diane goes and she tracks down Tucker, and she tells Tucker, what are you doing with Ashley? And he tells her, that's none of your business. And she said, Diane is concerned. And she was like, well, she doesn't know the whole truth. And he says that if you tell her about, Diane was supposed to go there and take, find out Jabot financial information. He was like, and if you tell her, I mean, you're gonna have to deal with me, because Tucker already told Ashley, Diane will do anything and everything to not take accountability for anything that she's done. And so Diane is running up to Tucker now, trying to make sure that whatever secret that he still has on her, or that he could find out about her, that he does not. But he just tells her, what I need you to do, Diane, he says, I left you alone. So let's leave it at that. But what I need you to do is just stay out of my way. And Diane's fine with that, because she doesn't want anybody to know what she's been doing. And y'all, that was The Young and the Restless. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will be going live to Friday, November the 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 on the West Coast. Please join me if you can. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.